Not at all organized, but this is well, it's a semi-new laptop, kind of a Bitzer that I put together, and haven't used this camera before. So I think I'm whispering. Sorry, it's just really quiet. I should have put some music on or something. Anyway, I can't decide. All right. Anyway, so it's organized. Testing out my new camera. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I actually meant to a long time ago. I'm right here. Arbonne. Oh my goodness, the evils of Arbonne. Well, in my opinion, not being part of the makeup world, or really I'm not even sure what world that is. I'm hoping it's not a world. But Arbonne, outrageously overpriced. Makeup products sold within a pyramid scheme. That's about it. That's all I can say. Yes. Nice hair. Oh, it's all happening. Anyway, I might just get rid of that. Yeah, so recently I've just not been part of my idea of makeup is mascara. That's on a good day. I've always had really allergic skin, like especially growing up. And hypersensitive is just, yeah, it's not my world, put it that way. So I'd never heard of Arbonne. And a friend invited me to a class. Oh no, because they used to be called parties when I was growing up. Like Nutrimedics, and I love their products actually. Nutrimedics, they really agree with my skin, and the parties were fun. You know, just some drinks, get around, and tone, and well, I don't even know the terms actually. You clean your face and put makeup on, and it was a fun time. And you'd buy them; they were expensive, but they were good products. And I wouldn't buy much, but anyway. So, Arbonne. So I'd not heard of it. Yeah. So a friend asked me to a class, and a makeup class. Okay, and I pointed out to her, I'm going to say friend as well. Friend. Well, me being me, I'm just like, well, my idea of makeup is mascara. So if you actually want to turn a profit here, I suggest that you ask somebody else, or you might want to ask some other people, if that's the object. But if you want to get together and have some laughs and put some makeup on and have a girly afternoon, yeah, I'm up there. But you're not going to turn a profit with me. And I thought that was that, because I didn't hear anything bad. So, yeah, I'd forgotten all about it, but just before the weekend, another message, pick me up, rah, rah, rah. Anyway, so I found myself at this damn class. Yeah. This is, yeah, I think I would remember, because I don't think I'm immune to this sort of stuff. Like, I'm pointing to this because I had to write down some of the stuff that was being said when we were there. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, I won't say that. Yeah, I remember having fun at some of these, even Avon parties and things. And what was the one that was big, like in the cooking products? They're actually good, but these were good products and fun parties. I won't remember. I'll see if it pops in my head later on. But anyway, it was really good, really cookware that was like, yeah, doesn't matter. Anyway, so this Arbonne. So I'm at this party, and class, makeup class, and it was just from the moment I thought it was going to be at this friend's house, but no, it was this other place. So foreign place, foreign people, rah rah. And from the moment I got there, it was just shame-based. Go clean your face, do this, that. And everything was just very hierarchical. Dear. Lack of sleep and trying to say words like hierarchical. Anyway, that's what I was looking for too. So it started, and all these women, there wasn't that many people there, and there was a mother and daughter. Two mothers and daughters, but one was older than the other. So one was in like uni and actually wanted to be there. The other one, well, they both wanted to be there, but the other one was doing a Stedfords and things, and wanted to get into sort of really, stage makeup-y stuff. Anyway. So everyone whips out their little bags of brush sets, the blushes. I don't even know. There's like a whole range of brushes for various things that I've never owned. I don't even know what each brush is for. And immediately I'm shamed. I mean, I was never told. And clearly, ding, 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 first sales point. Kim doesn't have a brush set. Oh my God. And so I was given one on loan. And much tisk. And it's hard to explain, but how could you not borrow your brush set? How could you not have a brush set? Oh my goodness. You're clearly not a woman. Anyway, I'm being ridiculous. But anyway, so that's where it started. And I could have, luckily for me, they had brush sets there. They're actually really expensive anyway. But I mean, their one started around 200 and whatever. For brushes, I don't even know what the fuck they do, right? Each one's for different whatevers. And heaven help you if you use the wrong thing. You might contaminate other things. Bloody hell. Anyway, so we started well. And of course I laughed because I wasn't told. And the very idea that I owned a brush set, I found hysterical. Anyway, so my friend, knowing me, had brought along some red wine for me. And I noticed we had two daughters and whatever. And one of them, she's, I've forgotten the exact country, but she's African anyway. I don't think she drinks. I'm not sure. Oh, she might have been on call. Anyway, I was the only person drinking there. But I thought, well, this is interesting. And of course I had my glass of wine. And I don't know, loosen me up, who knows? I know I'm very suspicious, but I do know this friend, and I know energy, and I knew what I was up for. Anyway, now that's how it started, and it just went downhill from there. It wasn't even like, at least when the parties, like the Nutrimedics or makeup parties that I remember, well, I've been to many, goodness, but in my teenage years, because that's about the last time I moved in those circles, they were fun. And they were usually with like a friend or a friend of a friend that's, you wanted, that's the thing with these things, they cash in on that trust of friends or wanting to help friends and things. That's what they actually cash in on. But if you're having fucking fun, then that's all right. Not here. Oh my goodness, this is fucking serious business, and I'm not joking. This was a class. No laughing, no talking. Oh my goodness. Tisk. It was ridiculous. Like, as in, not only was I discouraged, and at one stage, because we were having quite a candid little, I don't know, it's just me anyway. It's just me. But we were talking and enjoying ourselves when this chick was presenting, and it was presenting. It wasn't even interacting. It was insanity. And it wasn't even friendly presenting. Like, it wasn't inclusive. It was shame-based. That was the part that really got me. If I had been having fun, and I still wouldn't have bought anything, but it could have worked for some people, I think. I don't know. But it was just, So not only was I sitting there and thinking, how fucking long do I have to sit through this? And we better have some more wine. Anyway, it went on and on and on. And I think the whole thing was about when you're considering being condescended to as well. It was condescending. It was, as I said, shame-based. The whole presentation. Look, yeah, I was absolutely bored with this Arbonne business. And the products weren't good anyway. I mean, not that I'm one to judge or anything, but massively overpriced. And everything is just shame-based, from, you know, the amount of microbes and bacteria and all this bullshit. And the routine that we're expected to go through. And oh my goodness, if people are doing this per day, and that's why I wanted to find this card, the Hierophant, perfectly represents, and I was thinking it while I was there, this is the Hierophant card. This is the mask that we show to the world, or that we think is expected of us. And how much upkeep is this mask? This woman was bragging basically about the quickness of the routine of her shower, her face, whatever, and how quick she could do this in the morning and get to the gym. My first question, why are we showering before we go to the gym? Why are we doing our face before we go to the fucking gym? Why are we doing the face at all? And she's bragging that it was, I can't remember the time. I should have, I've got the recording, but it was around 20 minutes, I think. This is quick, sorry, before the gym. But this amount of time, I mean, what? I run late every 5 to 10 minutes, pretty standard. If I'm on time, far out. That's a good day. If I incorporated any of this bullshit, I wouldn't get anywhere. It's just unbelievable that this is, and this 20 minutes prior to the gym or whatever, this was like, only 20 minutes. I was openly laughing the entire time, and I basically just figured, I think that they think I'm a buffoon anyway, so it doesn't matter. And in the end, I think obviously she gave up on me. In fact, she was really bitchy to me from the beginning because I wasn't impressed at her attitude. She was just rude and condescending. How dare you treat me like that? Who do you think you are? I mean, isn't the first rule of salesmanship to befriend? But clearly not with this woman. It was, I'm better than you. There was this hierarchical bullshit power trip thing that I just went, who the fuck do you think you are? Does this work with people? Like, if you feel intimidated, I'm going to buy things from you? No. How dare you make me feel that way? If I feel uncomfortable, why would I buy something from you? Anyway, so, but the part that really, really upset me, I mean, the whole thing was upsetting, and I left looking like a bloody hooker. Couldn't wait to get the stuff off my face. It just makes me feel so claustrophobic. I can't moisturizer and stuff. I mean, I've got sensitive skin anyway, but our skin is our largest organ. And if it can't breathe, it makes me feel claustrophobic. Like some moisturizers they're so heavy. Like I feel like I'm wearing a mask. Like I can't handle it. It's like a claustrophobic feeling. I can't imagine doing that, or that being the mask, or I don't know. Anyway, let alone foundation and things. Plus, look at me now. See, I touch my face, whatever. I look like a panda bear in like 2 minutes. Yeah. I don't know. I am female, but I've missed some genes somewhere anyway. I think my laziness overpowers all that. But anyway, back to this. Now, I actually wrote it down because at the time, this would have been about the shame-based language. We had 2 young girls there. Now, one of them was a little bit older, but she was very sweet. And she was actually really into this makeup thing. Very pretty too, like flawless, like light brown skin. Just very jealous, actually, flawless skin. But that's a compliment. And this other young lass that wanted to get in, goodness, and I think that's, she wants to do like the heavier step makeup, but that's not what this was a daily routine shit that they were spruiking. And this is just, I just want to, this really stood out at the time, the language that was used. And this young girl, she had a mum there, and her mum was, it was a Sunday afternoon, so I don't know how she usually gets around. But her Her mum looked pretty sensible, like nonplussed. She didn't come, with plaster of Paris face or anything like that. But they get them in early, and I think about when I went to these sort of makeup parties when I was a teenager in early 20s, maybe. Yeah. So now we were told. I don't know who decided this, but it's never questioned. We were told. Now, oval face is the ideal face. I don't know who decided that, but that's the ideal. Don't question, ladies. Oval face is the ideal face. Now, when you look at your face in the mirror, you must decide what you want to conceal. Doesn't sound like much, does it? But telling somebody to look in the mirror and to decide what they want to conceal, you're looking in the mirror for faults you're trying to conceal. And that one stood out to me at the time because she was actually, she had the young, I think she was only 12 or 13. She was right on that cuspy, make-up-y age. Yeah, she had her out in front of us as a chosen model, and she was right in front. And this is what she was saying to her. Now, I think that's why it stood out to me. To say this to a teenage girl, when you look in the mirror, you have to decide what you want to conceal. Holy fuck! And that is just one example of this shame-based language that was used in this Arbonne makeup pyramid rip off your friend's scheme. Look, it was eye-opening, and I honestly feel sad that this sort of programming would work, because for anyone to feel that they have to do this clown bloody, I don't know, 20 minutes before the gym for frimp's sake. I mean, I don't know what's involved in. I mean, that was a 2-hour class, and I left looking like a bloody hooker. One way to get it. Oh, it feels it's horrible. Anyway, the last straw for me too was the eyebrows. Like, I quite like my eyebrows actually, and like I'm got woggy heritage, and I'm pretty hairy, and I've got plenty of that. I do not need to have penciled in extra hair in my eyebrows. I've got plenty to go around it. In fact, my problem is getting rid of the hair removal, all right? So the eyebrows, I mean, I was laughing and laughing at, and I could, apart from, this programming for young women and things, until, my eyebrows, I had to, look, how could you not take that personally? Look, my eyebrows, love, leave them. And she and because I wouldn't do it, because we all had to participate and do the makeup, and everybody would always laugh at me and my attempts, and I was the clown because I don't do it. and I would occasionally I would use the wrong brush, which was hilarious. How could she not know what brush is for what? I'm not sure this is reality, and if it is a complete world that I'm just completely unaware of, holy fuck! Like, who wants to be part of that world? Anyway. Yeah, my eyebrows. Now, I was laughing and I'm jovial up into the eyebrows. And everybody else is doing the eyebrows. I'm like, no. Look, I like my eyebrows. I like my eyebrows. Everything on this face must be looked at with the lens of repair, conceal. How dare I like my eyebrows? Oh, crap. So she comes on over and does the eyebrow for me. I can't recall, but they just looked stupid. It looked like the Barbie. She'd have this blonde hair. Look, me right now, like blonde hair, but she'd have these painted on triangle eyebrows because they wouldn't be hairy, obviously. They were just painted on her face. It's exactly what it looked like. It was like that and like that. I look like I don't know if any of you ever watched Will and Grace, but one time, oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. It looked like a painting. It was just stupid. Anyway, so she said, doesn't that look better? And everybody sort of looked at it. And everyone's nodding, of course, because they have to agree, because otherwise they'd be shamed. I'm just like, no. I disagreed because I didn't like it. It looked ridiculous. It looked painted on. It did not look natural. Why would you do that to a perfectly good eyebrow? Anyway, and I wasn't rude about it. I don't think I'm ever rude, but apart from now. So, and then, she had decided that, well, it looked silly because there's only one, so she had to do both. And at that point, I'm not even going to placate you. Yeah, I'm not even going to placate you, love. I like my eyebrows. I'm not happy that you're messing with them. And yeah, I'd had enough by then. But oh my goodness, so Arbonne. I'm sure everybody's hip to it, and I'm just like way behind the curve. But yeah, that's rotten. This you're not you're not fit for society unless you do this bloody 40-minute regime or whatever. Who the hell? Like, I don't even care. Even if that was the accepted, whatever, maybe it is, I don't know. But even if that was the accepted, and, and I was going to be shamed for not, maybe I am. Again, it's not a world I even want to be part of. But bloody hell. No, that's too big a price. Imagine. The thing is, yeah, it's not that mascara, and I'm not joking, that's about the extent of my makeup, and eyeliner. Although eyeliner is tricky because I usually get that everywhere as well, so it depends. But makeup. Yeah. But yeah, even mascara, I feel it. It's a weird thing. Like probably not so much now, but like as a teenager, and in my youth, in my 20s, it'd be that sort of feeling if I was out and I remember I didn't do my mascara. And it's not as far as, like, you often hear women say, oh, I feel naked because they haven't got their lipstick on or whatever. It'd be more, I don't feel pretty. So I know, and that's just mascara level stuff. Can you imagine this routine that's been programmed into these young women going out without this? And that's a whole host of makeup. I mean, yeah, it's not feel pretty without mascara, and to have it so embedded that you need to be, in order to be pretty, you need to have this. Oh my goodness. It's beyond reprehensible. And it's not only for the fact that it's consuming their time, their self-esteem. I mean, it's external validation. It's looking to external things to validate you. Yeah, to validate your self-esteem. Or unhealthy ego, not self-esteem. Unhealthy ego. And it's starting, that indoctrination is starting very early. And that's just one aspect of it, let alone the freaking overpriced ridiculousness of it, and the fact that you're profiteering. I mean, it is a shameless pyramid scheme. Yeah, Arbonne. Yeah. And that woman was just shame-based selling. Does that, I wouldn't mind, and maybe I should do some research. I don't talk to enough people. I just make my mind up and decide to rant about it. Does it work? Who does it work on? The weak-minded. Jedi tricks. I don't know, because look, I was a silly, giddy teenager just like every other girl, so I don't think I was particularly strong-willed, but I am pretty lazy, so maybe that, plus the sensitive skin. So, I mean, a bright red face is pretty, and, heat and itchy and all that sort of stuff is a pretty good deterrent, but I don't know. I will put it this way, well, it's my daughter, wouldn't have been there, but I really would have said something if I was that mother. But I mean, I don't know her style. Maybe she did say something on the way home in the car, who knows? But that was a particular sentence that really infuriated me. When you look at your face, you need to decide what needs to be concealed in order for this perfect oval face. That's the perfect face, the oval face. We're not sure who decided. I'm sure it's some male somewhere. But what is happening within society? I don't know. But anyway, I do actually want to try and, it is just a general rant. As I said, I've got insomnia at the moment. I think I've got a fairly close to the full moon coming up, so it's got something to do with that. Here we are, finally. And I was thinking while I was there, all of that bullshit. It's the Hierophant. And oh, it must be, I haven't fiddled with the settings. This must be mirrored. I hope not. I have to change. Oh, I have to look at it later. But anyway, the Hierophant, number 5, Major Arcana. I don't know what about big cards are because this is very impromptu. Well, it's as you can see, it's in. No, it's getting worse. All right. In some decks, he's called the Pope. So, and as you can see, we've got 2 men. So this is hierarchical to begin with. We've got the 2 men bowing, and this man in charge says hierarchy. And it's associated with, well, I associate with institutions, mostly religion, like churches and things. And institutions in general, higher education as well. So it's like you've got to have your degree. See, it's about what's decided. I don't know. I've actually never been very good. I know within when I see the Hierophant happening, like this party and things, I'm thinking this is the Hierophant, the mask. The mask we all wear, or that society dictates that we should wear, and that no one questions. Like religion. I'm saying no one questions in that, obviously I'm talking about the churchgoers and the people paying their tithes, their 10% and things. And it has a lot to do with that hierarchy of money. Number 5, I don't think it is often associated with money, but I do see it associated with money in that number 5 is expansion, it's overthrow, it's revolution. It needs to happen from the structure of the 4. But number 5s, even number 5 life path numbers, and I'm just going to come out and say it, very money hungry. It's something more that I've experienced and seen with the number. I can't actually explain it, apart from the expansive of the 4. I don't know, the upset and the overthrow of the 4. Maybe that makes them insecure. I've actually thought about it a bit. I can't explain this money hungriness, but it's I don't know. I associate that with the 5 very much. Don't like number 5 much. I really don't. It's turmoil, conflict. Anybody who I know who's 5 base, or just vibes. Like I said, it's revolution, upsets. And I mean, it's necessary. It is necessary because we're talking about a square, but number 4, which is stability after the initial chaos. So we've got 1, 2, 3, which is just, it's creation, the Big Bang, all that sort of stuff. I mean, it's just continuing chaos and turmoil. So we finally get the stability of the 4. So that's a welcome relief and celebration. But it becomes too stagnant. The square, I mean, how sturdy is a square? You know, B square, relied upon, and all that jazz. So we do need the 5 in order to break out of that stagnancy, to expand further. Well, expansion, there we go. It is necessary, but it's uncomfortable and it's not friendly. In fact, most growth and expansion is uncomfortable and not friendly, and but completely necessary. But here we have what we've got here, and this is maybe the best way I can describe the Hierophant. We've got people, the Pope, with the knowledge of the 5 that it will happen, that it needs to happen, and then they're waiting to exploit it. The uncomfortability of the 5, the unknown that's associated with the 5s, the chaos, all of that stuff, the uncomfortability. The Pope, think of the Catholic Church. Goodness, I hope that doesn't get censored or something. They're there and ready. Pay us. We've got this set of rules. This will bring order to that chaos. Oh, and pay us more and keep paying us. Oh, and then and that was the other thing too, the shame base. That's why I was thinking about the Hierophant. This shame-based inducement actually just made me feel ill and angrier and angrier. And oh yeah, I was really angry actually, and I'm glad I can't sleep when I'm home. Hello. I kid you not. Just laughing and joking about my factful comparison of the Hierophant with the Catholic Church. I'm censored. About. I only just know about the last. I'm just chopped off at the end of my rant about Arbonne. And censored for. I can't hit. I was censored for talking about the Catholic Church. Put it that. I was wondering what was going on because I'm thinking I didn't trim it. I didn't even edit it. I just put it straight up. I'm like, what's going on? And it chopped me off. And it's. I don't know. Anyway, YouTube. Good gracious. I guess I can't say anything. I can't even talk about facts from the bloody Catholic Church. So anyway, it just got cut off. So I'll lace these two together later on. It'll be part 1 and part 2 for the moment. I'm surprised I even noticed it was cut off. Anyway. There's heaps of other options, but that's not on. I mean, it's all not on, isn't it? I'm not even sure how to. That's a rant that's in me, but clearly I can't rant on this platform about what I want to rant about. Anyway, back to the Hierophant. So basically the 5. I've always seen the Hierophant. Well, I'm very mistrustful of institutions, and like it or not, the Catholic Church is an institution. Now, that is a fact that just can't be disputed, so I'm just going to leave that there. Institutions, higher education, religion, all that stuff. It's associated with the 5. But these are structures, and government structures are usually associated with. I thought I got it out. Decoration. I didn't. The Emperor, which I'll have a browse for. Anyway, so it's usually associated with the Emperor. Look, what's going on? I don't know. See, I'm all in a flat now. Let's see my eyes. Okay. Now, so I've never understood why the Emperor, I'm talking about just traditional associations and meanings. I'm not talking about from a numerology based. The Emperor is always associated with government because we're talking about, like I said, the square. The Emperor's number 4, by the way. If I can find it. So that is, that makes sense because governments are rigid. They are structured and they're supposed to govern us, like the Emperor, number 4. But this is associated with religions and institutions in general. And that, as I said, it doesn't correspond to the number 5. When 5 is expansive, it's revolutionary and things like that. Whereas institutions are very structured and they're hierarchical. Oh, I got it out. So, and I've already said I don't like number 5. I won't rant about it, but it's just because it's uncomfortable. I like stability, and yeah, it's me. But yeah, even see, it says an aggression because Mars is associated with number 5. Yeah, Mars and Venus as well because it's associated with Taurus. But it's the aggressive side, the masculine side of Venus. Yeah. Anyway, and see, despite Venus, yeah, it's very it's supposed to be associated with beauty and that's all I can think of. Love. Oh, love. It's supposed to be love, beauty, feminine, all that. These ideals. But it's very image. I guess it's very sensual. It's touch, tactile, feel. That's why Taurus is an earth sign. And it's fleeting too, and continually changing because we've got the male, the masculine, and the feminine. Anyway, I won't go on about that. I don't even know how I got into it. Anyway, so number 5. So I don't know how that all got wrapped up in this institutional business because it doesn't really, number 5, that's not what number 5 is. 5 is chaos. It is complete revolution of the 4, overthrow of government, all that sort of stuff. Actually, it's a good way to describe it. When you think of number 4 as being governmental, a revolution or an overthrow, what's the word? Oh, who knows? A revolutionary overthrow of that government is the 5, revolution. So yeah, it's a bit weird. So I'm very mistrustful of it because I think these institutions are they exploit the chaos of the number 5. Religion, they exploit that uncomfortability, that searching, that yearning. And in my opinion, solely my opinion, we should turn within, look within for the answers here. In silence we hear, instead of external guidance, external exploitation. So, and even, again, it's societal learning. Like if you think about higher learning, university and things like that, they're deciding that you need to know this. When you think about the garbage that you learn, you don't need to know that. They've decided, society's decided that is the mask. They tell you, you've got to get around and parade in this mask to function in our society that we've created. So yeah, not a big fan of the Hierophant. And I always just hope, that's my associations with the card. I often see it in many different ways in reads. It very much depends on who you're reading for. And if they're very religious, this would have a completely different meaning for them, wouldn't it? Marriage as well. It often comes up as the marriage card. Because that's a societal expectation, isn't it? It's an obligation even. Yeah. But it depends on who I'm reading for. Like me, I know what that would mean if it came up for me, and it certainly wouldn't be bloody marriage. But yeah, it's all very, as I've often said, and this is the tarot is tailor-made. It wraps around you, like as in your core values. Your this is why it's just so hard to Yeah. This is why tarot, it should be a continually evolving discussion, in my opinion, because it can never mean the one thing all the time, every time, when you consider the influence of the other cards, and who you're blooming well reading for. You get these rigid old schools and things like that. I love hearing bizarre twists and odd tales of cards, like the really odd ones. I actually specifically search them out, and I love them when they happen for me. I'm just like, oh, that is so weird. Like, especially when you get, I've gone so off topic here. Not that ranting about Arbonne was really a topic that was all that worthy anyway. But I just want to come back in because I was chopped off and censored. I can't even remember what I was saying now. This is shocking. I really can't, actually. All right. I think that wraps it up. I love it when, for me, literal things will happen from the card. Like, it's just so, there is so much within each card. Not only that, but your own personal associations with that card, or the so on and so forth. But there's often these just fantastic little tales about just really, I can't even think. Oh, one of my favorite ones is, and I haven't got the card out. It'd be so much better visually. But anyway, so we'd have the Hierophant next to the Chariot, and that's the Pope Mobile. Like, really literal interpretations. I've often seen animals from within the cards, like the cat from Queen of Wands, things like that. I just love the way tarot talks to people individually, I guess, and creating your own language with tarot, programming your own deck, helping others program their deck. That's why I love the gift of tarot to people. People that I've read for over time and things, I can't help it, actually. Even when I read, I explain, because that's what you should be doing. I mean, otherwise I could just be making crap up, couldn't I? But I like to explain, and that, I think, helps other people. Maybe it's contagious that they get to understand the cards, and then they want to read their own cards. And I love giving that gift to people. And it's happened with, and I'm not upset. In fact, now that it's happened at least 3, and some others are sort of dabblers, but I now have tarot buddies that we can discuss tarot with. So I'm creating my own forum. But as a spiritual tool and as insight for my own spiritual growth and inner exploration and healing, thank goodness for tarot. I mean, possibly something else would have come up, I don't know. But these images spoke to me straight away. Like, I didn't look at them and go, I knew what no, they spoke at some weird, because I was just looking in awe and but the images, these archetypal images, there's something locked in them. There's something, and that's in the collective conscious or something in the Akashic, I'm not sure. But they speak at a soul level, because that opened up my dreams straight away, exploring my subconscious, conscious connection. That's where it all starts. That's where it all happens. When we get that exchange of information, upper and lower, then we start growing. Once we get that free-flowing exchange, then there's expansion. Subconscious and conscious connection, upper, lower, God, divine, divinity. It's wonderful. And it, maybe not for everyone, I don't know. There's usually something that has to click into place that sparks that, dare I say it, awakening. And And sometimes it can be, maybe it does spark something, but it doesn't kick off. These continually. I actually I get wrapped up in other things. I do have kind of a life. And when I get back to it, or if I haven't done a reading a bit, who knows? But it reawakens straight away. There's something in these images. The Rider-Waite plus the Marseille especially. Not Crowley. Yeah, I won't get started on Crowley. That's a whole nother 40 minutes. Much longer. Anyway, so in summary, Arbonne, I think it's how you pronounce it, who knows. Arbonne, there's shame-based selling and bullying tactics in general in selling their products or overpriced products, reminded me of the Hierophant. And we all have societal masks that we either feel obliged to wear or that we're shamed into wearing by external factors, I don't know what, or that we fear not wearing these masks. And when I'm talking about masks, who knows? Makeup's a very good example, but it could be, heaven forbid, you're not driving a BMW, or that you don't have the latest lawnmower in the backyard, keeping up with the Joneses, all that bollocks. How exhausting, or how much effort is involved in you keeping this upkeep of this mask? Is it benefiting you? And it's always best to assess. And the Hierophant for me is always assessment of who am I trying to impress? What am I doing that perhaps I just need to assess who I'm trying to impress, really, or why assess what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, an overhaul. That's the best advice I take from the Hierophant, is just doing a complete overhaul before the revolution, really. Hopefully it's a warning. Before the overthrow of government, how about we do a review? How about we do an inquiry and get to the bottom of things before we have some revolutionary overthrow? Okay, so Arbonne, the Hierophant, that's my link. And this is a loaded card, very complex. Thanks for listening, guys.